Hi guys, thanks for clicking play. Welcome to episode 28 of Bringing Back Brum. Today it's a top of the table clash. We take on Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molienux. We've got a few results to run through after the intro. So, after the result against Barnsley in the last episode, we took on Norwich City at Carrow Road. Alex Tettey scored an absolute thunderbolt to put Norwich 1-0 up before James Wilson equalised at the midway point of the second half. Were we lucky to get away with it? Yes, we were. Norwich had plenty of chances, but couldn't find that second goal as we drew at Carrow Road. Then we took on Sheffield United at Bramall Lane and come unstuck. Quite frankly, Connor Wickham put Sheffield United in front inside 11 minutes before Kalon Lavery completed the job in the 65th. Again, we didn't have many chances as we suffered defeat at Bramall Lane. And last time out, we played Sheffield Wednesday and we lost 2-0 again, losing to both Sheffield clubs back-to-back. Stephen Fletcher with a goal in the first half and the second. We created more chances in this game. But look at the foul count, 26 on a very frustrating afternoon for us to make it 3 games without a win. Thankfully, not too much activity in the medical centre. Michael Kieftenvel has been added to it, however, out for up to 5 days with a gashed head. He joins Angus Gunn and Jack Marriott in the treatment room, but only for a short period of time. So it's no surprise, really, that since being linked with the Crystal Palace job, which nothing has materialised yet, we haven't won. 3 games without a win is not good, which means the gap has tightened. It's 2 points now between the top 4, with Barnsley and Burnley starting to creep up as well. They're only a point further back. So it's going to be tight today. Off to the Molienux to take on Wolves. Let's take a look at their one to watch. One to watch. And the one to watch is Ruben Neves, the heartbeat of Wolves' centre midfield. Excellent player. Only scored 1 goal so far this season, however, but 3 assists. He's not the top assister or the top goal scorer, in fact, but he is a key player for them. First touch of 15, passing of 16, vision of 16. Anticipation of anything up to 18 means he can sort of spread the ball around the park, play the key players in, the forward players. Obviously, the likes of Cavallero will benefit from and his play. So we're definitely going to have to watch Ruben Neves if we're going to get anything from Molienux today. Now, I'm not sure if this will have much of an effect on the team, but we're going to change the season expectation. We're doing far better than a top half finish, so we're going to reach the playoffs. It will give us a bit more transfer kitty and it will give us a bit more wage budget should we want to bring in any players in the January window. So, before kick-off, it was a match between the top 2. It's now the match between 4th and 5th, because Barnsley, Derby and Brighton have all won in the early games with a late kick-off today. Wolves are evens to win the match, 11-5 for us. Inconsistent form for them, fair for us. Obviously, we have the better of the previous meetings, but that includes last year's playoff semi-final win. So, it should be an interesting game today. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points and return to the summit of the championship. So, taking a closer look at the 2 lineups, starting with Wolves. So let's start with Ruddy in goal. Doherty, Callas, Bat, Borthwick Jackson, Gonzalez, Neves, Sayas, Cavallero, Graben and Engvall up front. We start with Johnson in goal, Colin, Morrison, Flint, Bryan, Adams and Doy, Reed, Majoma, Viba, with James Wilson also up front. So I'm not going to lie, it's an important game today for obvious reasons, and the local rivalry chucked into the mix as well. We need to get back to winning ways. Let's get off and underway and see if we can beat Wolves at the Molienux. Reed on to Viba, into Ndoye, looking in behind for Wilson. Wilson's through, straight at John Ruddy. Good save. Gonalves. Engvall sends the ball in. Graben's there. Graben's in the net. Bugger. It's just good football. In down the side, in behind Aidan Flint for Engvall. Lewis Graben gets across Michael Morrison, and that is 1-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Reed down to Majoma. Get the ball over. Finds Weber. And Doy. Oh, I thought that was in. Gets the ball over. Majoma's far post. It's just come out the other side. Gonalves. Looking for Graben down the middle. He's in behind Morrison again. And that is 2-0 to Wolves. Undone by a straight ball down the middle. Essentially. Well, it's not a straight ball down the middle. It's across the pitch. But you get the idea. Not going to miss from there. 2-0 to Wolves. And that is half time. We have got our work cut out. But we've done it before. Done it earlier this season. Come back from 2 goals down at half time. Wolves are a different kettle of fish altogether. Show me something better in the second half. I've spoken to them. It's not often I speak to them at half time. But if things are going badly, then it's down to me to try and sort it out. Johnson with the goal kick. Sending it long. Looking for Weber. We'll have time to flick it on to Wilson. He's in behind Bart. Can he do anything with it? Plays it to Majoma. He's out for a corner. Plays it over to Adams. Adams goes for the shot, but we catch him with the block. We're going to make an early change because it's not happening. It's going to be Lasse Bieber that's going to get the hook. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's going to come on. Was hoping to take off Checken and Doy. Seems he's on a yellow card, but Harrison Reed is having a shocker himself. Neves into Callas. Looking over the top. Engvall. Graven's there. Great save from Johnson. Keeps the score at 2-0. Good tackle from Ndoye. Engvall gets there first though, and Johnson turns it behind. 20 to play. Let's have a look at another change. And I'm going to take Check and Ndoye off. I'm going to bring Corey O'Keefe on in his place. Adams into O'Keefe. On to Colin again. Reed. It's nice football, but it's not really going anywhere. And that probably sums up the performance today. Hasn't gone anywhere. Majoma with the tackle. Flint sends it long, looking for Calvert-Lewin over the top. Is he going to get onto it? No. Wolves have just shut the door on us every time we've got forward. Calvert-Lewin into Wilson. Straight to John Ruddy. And that is it, thankfully. We have been put out of our misery. Despite having more attempts on target, we just could not find the net today. James Wilson has had another poor game. So we drop from top spot down to 5th in the table. Fortunately, there's a 5-point cushion to Cardiff and Leeds just outside the playoffs. But since we drew Manchester United in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, we've kind of taken our eye off the ball. Very much so. And things need to change. Things certainly do need to change. I am going to potentially look to dip into the transfer market. I know I bought in a lot of players over the summer. I know. But I think James Wilson needs a bit more help up front. He hasn't been firing lately. It's a lot of pressure on him. Obviously, last season we had Sam Gallagher to help him. So far, Bieber, Jack Marriott, Billy Sharp, they just haven't been helping him enough. And I think there's too much pressure on him to score goals. Checken and Doy's chipping in, but he's about the only one that is. So we are going to look at that, most certainly. Disappointing result against Wolves. Obviously, you want to beat your local rivals, but you want to beat the teams who are in and around you as well. So we drop into 5th in the table. Forget what might come with another job. If anything does come of it, obviously we'll find out soon. But, you know, we need to focus on what we're doing. Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. That was episode 28 of Bringing Back Brum. It's Manchester United next in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.